Hello, lovely Aries. This is DR.M and DR.A from GeminiLifeCoaches.com. We are spiritual and holistic life coaches. We practice Reiki, EFT and TFT, and are certified holistic and intuitive tarot readers. Please check out our website for more information on life coaching, energy work, and personal tarot readings. These readings and our services are for people 18 years or older. Tarot's energy is fluid, and these readings may or may not resonate with you. If they don't, you can check out other signs in your chart. If they do, feel free to click in the description box below. There's a link to Patreon for our extended readings. We have a reasonable membership package that has a bunch of goodies and a coupon code for a personal reading through our website. Membership with Patreon gives you access to all of our extended readings for all of the zodiac signs. So DR.A.
No kink shaming.
Yeah, so if you want to cross watch, that's
I
your
admit
thing.
to it.
Yeah, so
It's okay.
she does that from time to time.
Yeah.
So again, the link is in the description box below, and also with information on all the decks that we've used here today. We're also new to YouTube and appreciate all of your love and support. Please like, share, and subscribe for notifications for new content as we add it. These are general readings for Aries for mid-September for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I start with a cross and bow spread for recent, past, and present, and then do a future cross and bow and advice from Spirit in the extended readings. Again, links in the description box below. Let's get started. So, the overall energy, Aries. Okay. None of this is surprising. Okay. Yep. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Half the deck. Never just one card on the overall energy. It's like,
Never, ever.
here's a story. Tell your story. So Aries, that Hierophant energy is really traditional, conformity, family expectations, that kind of stuff. So in the recent past, you've definitely been stuck in this kind of an energy, with the Hangman. You're just sort of suspended here in others' expectations of you. And while you're trying to follow your intuition, and you understand that there's things that are not revealed to you, and that things are going to come in and go out of your life, and you're just going to kind of handle them as they come. But you really want this cycle with the world to kind of be completed and have some healthy boundaries here with the Nine of Wands in the situation. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a really slow-moving, hard-working energy, and you've been doing it. And with the Strength card, showing up for other people and being their strength. But there's a lack of really ability to kind of unconditionally love yourself and show up for yourself first, rather than put other people in front of you and then kind of play the martyr and be oh, my credit and my glory is in providing for others. Well, that's great, but then your cup's empty and it's just not a thing. So with the Eight of Pentacles, you're willing to put in the work. You really are into yourself. And I think if you can revisit with the Six of Cups, kind of a time where you were more nostalgic and really kind of felt more free or more able to kind of really love yourself and like kind of indulge yourself and treat yourself a little bit like a child. I watched this, was a meme yesterday. It said something about I tried to hug my inner child and the son of a bitch bit me or something. Ari, don't bite. With this Five of Wands, you've been fighting for a really long, really hard time, really hard for a really long time. And you want to take refuge in the situation, with this lovers, with this person, that kind of completes you, that you want to be able to relax and enjoy them and your life as it is that you've built it. But with this Eight of Swords and Ten of Wands, you've got some changing in how you're thinking about things needs to happen so that you can lay down burdens that are not your own. And this feels like a whole reading in and of itself, that you are really you need to stop taking care of other people and take care of yourself most and first. Yes, there will be a vacuum that's created by you stepping out of that situation, and it will be filled in what way it needs to be. But it's no longer, Spirit's telling me that in the recent past they've given you opportunities to step off and say, this is too much for me and I need help. So focus in the recent past is the Fool, is that you wanted to address the situation and kind of start it anew and kind of have the discussion with people in the situation and say, let's come at this with from a fresh place. And the challenge there is temperance, is patience, is kind of being able to balance everyone's needs and your own, and sort of wait it out and kind of see how it unfolds. That's been really challenging when you want to like accomplish something and actually make some, gains in the situation. Energy moving through is the Sun, the Six of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups. So at some point in your life, you thought that this was your wish fulfillment, is like being that person to everyone, is that, that's what would give you happiness and sort of, make you light up, is that having this, this family that you work for, this thing that you work towards, and that you put yourself into so much, would really be what satisfies you. And what you're finding is, your thoughts are kind of moving away from that now, that they're sort of evolving, and you're wanting to take more risks and kind of do different things with this Wheel of Fortune, and, kind of take some chances that you didn't take before. And you also are kind of sort of, in this slow, Queen of Cups, very nurturing, very tolerant, you offer healing for people. You really, do offer support for people, but you're not offering this to yourself. As far as your fears are concerned, Ace of Cups, that you won't have, a new kind of start, a new ability to address your own self, have a relationship with yourself in the way that you want to, because of all these situations here, that maybe you won't, have the ability to, have it like an emotional rebirth in situations, maybe relationships, maybe, as your primary relationship, whether you're married or involved, it feels like you really are afraid that is, that you won't get a fresh start at that, and that, there's been so much in the way of it that, that's what makes you fearful, is that there's not a lot of time there. The help that the universe is going to bring in here for you is the Two of Pentacles. Yes, there will take some juggling, but it feels like the help that the universe wants you to know is there, is that if you juggle a little bit, you'll be able to kind of take some time with this person. You had the Lover's card before it, is that this is your person, and this is, the other half of you that brings, everything else to your life. And there's, there is an imbalance, but, you being able to juggle kind of the Pentacles, the money situation, to make it so that there is the opportunity for you guys to really look at things and to squash this fear, to really be able to kind of recommit to the situation that you're in a different way, with different, healthier boundaries, with setting down this Ten of Wands, and, really using the Nine of Wands to create healthier boundaries. And your hopes, Ace of Wands, that you want to be inspired, you want to actually kind of have a really fiery feeling about what it is you're doing in your life, whether it be, not necessarily career-wise, but in, your family situations, your relationships, and your outcome is the Empress. This is the divine feminine. This is creation, abundance, fertility, really being a supportive, good, parent is the feel in this situation, but also partner. And, the way that you do that is, taking care of yourself. The universe is going to bring in here the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is fiery. She's pretty bold. She's gonna speak her piece and doesn't really give a shit what people think about it, because she's already measured the situation. She already knows what she needs, and she's not going to accept less. She's already worked through that 8, 9, 10 of Wands with the boundaries and setting down burdens. And, she knows how to celebrate herself with this Six of Wands. She knows how to be in this, like, I'm going to throw my own parade, and it's going to be awesome. So, coming into the present here, Aries. Give these one more shuffle. So, let's see if they have a whole nother story in the bottom. Okay, Eight of Cups, Two of Cups, the Star. Okay. Queen of Stars. Okay, yep. We're going to start with this Empress again. Okay. So, Aries. This Eight of Cups is working on, healing emotional things. So, Cups is emotions, Cups is water, and, this person on this card here is moving forward with what they have in tow, and they leave, all these cups just strewn behind. I've seen them for what they're worth. I've had everything that they have to offer, and I'm moving forward. I'm heading towards the moon, which is my intuition, and I'm ready to set out towards what it is that I want. The Two of Cups is that soulmate, lovers, divine counterpart. I don't know about necessarily twin flame. I get funny with those things, but that this person is going to be your help to do this, coming into the present, and that you can have this wish fulfillment. And with the star, you've got, again, that renewal of hope and clarity and ability to kind of, between the two of you, really define what it is that you want to do going forward together. And this Queen of Swords is you being honest, is you taking the opportunity to be transparent and forthright and very, kind of no bullshit. And once you do that, and you really, you have the ability to say, I can be both things. I can be very nurturing and abundant and fertile, and I can help people, and I can be supportive with this Empress and Queen of Cups energy, and I can also be honest and loving to myself with the Strength card, and being in a place where there's nothing but self-love, and going from that where everything's possible. And that brings you into this Ten of Cups energy, which is the emotional abundance. It's family contentedness, total contentedness, total support. It's having everything that you've ever needed and wanted. And again, with this Empress energy, that you can be all of these things and still take care of yourself. So the focus coming into the present, Queen of Wands, we had this over here. Spirit is trying to tell you that, yes, you're fiery, Aries, and yes, you can be very, opinionated. But when it comes to yourself, you really take, the least of that and apply it to yourself. When it comes to anyone else in your situation that you care about, you're more than willing to, grab a bullhorn and get it done. But when it comes to yourself, it's not really happening.
Right. You need to put in that same effort in yourself. And
that challenges the Strength card. I was just saying that, and I thought it was here. It wasn't, but it is now. And that's your unconditional love. You're offering yourself grace, and looking at your own self-worth and your own self-confidence and your concept, and saying, am I about things for me, or am I about things for other people? And when those people aren't there as a reference, what am I without those things? And really giving yourself the time to learn what it is that you want, learn what it is that you need, and declare those things. The energy moving through, Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So the Three of Wands is about exploration and expansion. It's also your ship coming in and manifesting what it is that you want in your situation. So if you are really wanting things to change in a certain way, or you're wanting to see things change, you have to really be specific about that. And with this Eight of Pentacles, put in the work, really work on manifesting it, make the moves that make those things possible, remove obstacles, set up supports, things like that. The Seven of Swords, people don't like change. So if people see you trying to change, they might try to sabotage it. I'm just going to say, be careful about that. Whether it's, intended or not, people can be manipulative when they don't, have a source to an unlimited source of energy. And if you start taking back some of this, energy and power for yourself, people will feel, they'll feel that. And just don't be surprised if you get some pushback on it. But you keep going with this Knight of Pentacles, this really reliable, hardworking. Just keep, between this Eight of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, keep at it. Your fears in the future here, in the present, King of Swords, is that you're going to come up against, a lot of, this doesn't feel like a person. This feels like sort of a concept here. And it's intentional, strategic. It's very plain, and usually swords is, king and queen are usually about the, honesty and being transparent and things like that. In this situation, it feels like the fear is sort of the established honesty of the situation. Like, well, I can't do these things for myself because X, Y, and Z. And these are just given facts of the situation, and your fears are that those facts will never change. The help that the universe is bringing in for you is the Three of Swords, which in this case, Three of Swords is about heartbreak, but it's not just about heartbreak. It's the memory of heartbreak. So maybe, Spirit is trying to tell you before it's too late. Understand, you've watched people do this and spend their life and, for other people and for situations that, well, yes, it references them and they get to take glory and look at me, I got the trophy and the t-shirt and all that happy shit. But, really when it comes down to it, am I going to come to the end of my situation and regret that I didn't show up for myself? So I feel like Spirit's going to offer you a memory that's going to maybe jog this and go, you know what, this is not a thing. These facts are not always fact. They're not going to remain facts forever, and situation can change. As far as what your hopes as the lovers, you want to take that time with your person and reconnect and see what it is that you as a team can come up with to change the situation for everyone involved. As far as the outcome is concerned, again, we've got that Hierophant, and the Hierophant is really about traditional expectations, conformity, systems, things like that. So I feel like this is not going to move right away. The extra help that the universe is going to bring in, 4 of Cups, Page of Wands. So Page of Wands sometimes does this, I act first, think later situation, and the 4 of Cups is usually, it's not good enough. There's just this, it's never going to be good enough, and I'll believe it when I see it, and I'm not really about, believing in the change. So I feel like there's this vacillation between sort of being resentful and also being impulsive, like being fed up and, tired of waiting on other people. Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Right.
And even though it's not going to get it done,
no.
Aries, brute force will not work in this situation. We need you to sit down and think about some things.
Simmer down.
Simmer. So I'm going to hand you over to Dr. A for the Love and Friendships Right Now reading.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. M.
Mm-hmm.
So this really ties into Dr. M's reading. So the overall feeling is 8 of Cups. You're moving on. You're moving forward.
You want to heal.
You do. And this to me is more about not necessarily internal, but I feel like this is more what you're working on, not so much emotionally, but like perceived how you are, your strength.
Like family, like almost how I got this, like how people see you thing.
Yeah, it's not a romantic relationship, the feels that I get from this.
Feels very family oriented, this one.
So where are you now? 8 of Pentacles. You've been putting in that hard work, you're mastering it. And I think that maybe you're feeling a little frustrated because it's not moving, and you're frustrated. Because what's causing the problem is 5 of Pentacles. You feel like you're being left out in the cold.
That you're always the one doing the hard shit, that you're always the one getting the short end of the stick, that there's a lot of resentment and regret, and that you're not being noticed, that you're outside. The 5 of Pentacles typically is somebody outside of it looks like stained glass, so like everyone else is inside nice and warm, and you're outside.
You're like, wait, but I built this huge snowman out here. How come nobody's paying attention?
Exactly. Like I paid the bills. Why am I not in there?
Right.
Whatever it might be. I just think that there's a lot of that ability to be resentful because it isn't balanced. Your situation is not balanced right now.
Right. And what you don't want is the Knight of Pentacles. It's that slow moving.
It's reliable and it's hardworking, but like
it's not moving as fast.
It's not
as
exciting.
You would like.
It's not exciting at all.
There's definitely a lot of Pentacles going on here. It says what you do want. It's the 6 of Pentacles. You want that giving and receiving. I think you feel like you have just been giving and giving and giving, and you're not receiving anything. You're not being recognized.
But Aries doesn't want to ask either.
No,
they're not. They just want to. They want people to know and kind of be intuitive, or not necessarily intuitive, just pay the fuck attention.
Right.
Like
they're not showy, pay attention to me. They're very subtle. They'll sit in the background.
Like, but you obviously see I'm doing all these things.
Right.
And math is math. So, you want that, ability for people to just do it because it's the right thing, not because you're owed anything or because you've done anything and have a tendency to debt collect energetically. It's not like that. It's just, pay attention and be a good person. It's really what you're hoping for.
Yeah. And so the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment right there. That's you want to feel that pride. You want it not just in yourself, but you want other people to notice you, how hard that you've worked at this and what you've
provided for everyone, not just yourself. Yeah. That's where the recognition is.
Yeah. So I feel like, this is definitely not a love reading as it is, putting in that hard work and being recognized. Don't get stuck in that. Keep going. All right, Aries, you wonderful, amazing things that you are. This is what Spirit has inspired us to share with you, and we hope that it's helped. If you're interested in my You and Them extended readings and or Dr. M's future cross and bow and advice from Spirit extended readings, please join us for those extended readings on Patreon. Again, the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll send you all the love and light and laughter your body can hold. And we hope you'll join us again soon.
Bye.
Bye.